last time too? I think we
I
did.
think we did.
Oh, yeah, let me see if that's the same one or not. Let's see here. Get to know you. No, last time we had 2. But we have already done 3, surprisingly. So hit us up with another one.
Don't fail us again.
Let's see, 20. What do we got here? 19. Okay, here's one we haven't done. Alright, so, describe a moment where you felt like a hero. What did you think about that? Like that feeling?
Oh. When Tortoise smashed that old lady in one punch and knew that the rest of the crew wasn't going to go to jail, he felt like a hero.
That was a beautiful moment.
Sounds so wild out of context. All right.
Like an imposter.
Yeah. What was a moment that what was that moment that made you feel like an imposter?
I can't think of a moment, but I know that Zyara would basically, like, if there was a moment that made her feel like a hero, she would second guess herself and feel like an imposter. Like she doesn't deserve to be heroic.
Good answer. All right. Boo, Jinku.
I guess not exactly on the same lines as Zara, but similar that like Jinku doesn't really see herself as a hero in any way. Like this kind of feels like as a fighter and a soldier. Like it's just her job to be in battles and fights and win or lose. Like that's just how it is. That's just what she's supposed to do. Like there's not any shame or glory in it at all.
Okay. All right. How about Boo?
Boo's not heroic. Boo's not brave. Boo's a coward, and he has put on a front of being like loud and confident, but I don't think Boo has ever felt heroic.
Okay.
We're working on that. We're just training him.
Mix feels heroic when he saves Boo all the time because he knows that Boo's incapable of really keeping him safe, and so Mix has to work to keep Boo safe without Boo figuring out that Mix is doing that, because Mix loves Boo.
So let me.
He hugs Mix.
I think love might be too strong of a word.
Now let me release his sheet here.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
Somewhere in Florida, his bullshit sense is going off.
It is pink like crazy.
Yeah, because I've been doing shit like this to him for 10 years. But as long as I've known you, Moog, I've known him. It's just been a separate friendship because Eve is something you keep very separate.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing this to him for about. So, no, he's kind of used to me by now.
God, I hope so.
Right?
All right. So, with that out of the way, who wants to give us the deets and drama of what happened last time?
Can you give us a map?
Oh, yeah, I can give you a map.
No, you have to remember.
We took the teleporter across to the alabaster room, broke through the door, got our asses handed to us after a really good fight.
Mm-hmm.
We
That's right.
ran and left somebody behind. And then we went to the yawning portal to get help.
Oh yeah, we left Jinku behind, and then we went drinking.
Someone got left behind. We don't know who. Someone. Whatever.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I swear. It's like the elephant in the room.
Elephant that got left in a room.
Right.
And then
We also started looking at highly corrosive acids that could burn through the door.
yeah, because we were trying to figure out how to like heist her out.
Yep. Yeah, so I mean, you did manage to, like, Mix went on a little shopping trip and managed to get you some stuff in that regard. But yeah, you guys had gone and talked to the Doom Raiders, who had kind of were the ones who kind of roped you into this whole thing in the first place, and they were more than happy to assist, as it sounds like they have been after this guy for a while, and it seems that going to this extra dimensional sanctum that you got to is like,
Didn't they seem surprised that he was even still alive?
they did, yeah. They seemed surprised that he was still alive, because they thought they had killed him before. But you know, they were also kind of excited at the prospect that what you had gotten to here, because this was like kind of a deeper space for this Monsoon guy,
Deep space.
than they had ever really gotten into before, and so like they're kind of excited at the prospect of coming along and maybe ending this guy who's been kind of troublesome for them and for the Zentrum in general, and for kind of the Sword Coast as a whole. He's kind of a bastard. But yeah, so they've been like, you know, they kind of went off to go kind of prepare themselves to come along with you with that. So it sounds like you've got kind of a strike force assistance coming with you, pretty much a whole separate party, bringing up the big guns along with you to raid this place. It's just a question of how you want to go about that with them. But yeah, so where we left off, like we were in the Troll Skull Manor. Mert had come by a little earlier. He kind of asked what was going on. You know, noticed Jinku was gone. He was the one who actually recommended you go and like talk to the Doom Raiders, which you guys had done, and then you came back and did your shopping and all that kind of stuff. So at this point, it's kind of you know, Jinku's out there somewhere in between the planes, chilling in a room or something. You don't know for sure. Jinku might be dead. You don't know. Depends on how many pocket peanuts Jinku had.
Oh shit, I'm gonna have to ration him.
Oh no!
Jinku's looking at her last 10 peanuts going, shit, I didn't think about that.
If you don't think she's got at least 5 different pockets on her full of peanuts at all times, you're crazy.
Secret bag of holding to peanut dimensioned.
I was not doubting the quantity of peanuts Jinku had. I was assuming that she was then stress eating all of her pocket peanuts.
Oh no! She's not a stress eater.
So, let's see. So at this point, I would say it's probably because you guys did come home, you crashed, you took a rest after getting your butts whooped there. So it is the next day at the moment. So I guess let's start out with then. So you got your group, you got these Doom Raiders that are going to come along with you. You got this acid that you want to try to use. Let's try to put together
Acid that we want to drop. I mean use. I mean melt a door with.
throw at people, you know, as you do. So yeah, I guess at this point, let's try to put together like what the plan is with this whole kind of raid dungeon group you got going on here to try to stomp this place. How do we want to go about this? I mean, you don't. I mean, you should still have. Yeah, you should still have the other map up there. You haven't seen a whole lot of this place on the other side of the portal. I mean, you've seen that there's the entrance room that you teleport into. There's this kind of larger room beyond, some hallways, some doors going off in other directions. But you didn't really get a lot of chance to poke around to any of those before shit went to hell. But you at least have where you come in. And you know at least some of the stuff that's waiting on the other side. What's the plan of action here?
Well, I mean, melt through door,
Okay.
kill thing on other side.
Okay.
Maybe eat some of it or steal it.
Okay. Alright.
What do you guys think? I'm not one for known for too much subtlety. I think we all know that.
That's an understatement.
Move along, you know? I'm ready to go kill things. These people deserve to die. Plus, I kind of want to talk to that wizard again.
The one that was trying to kill you?
Yeah. I'm sure he's got a book or two that I wouldn't mind perusing for a little while.
Wouldn't mind prying from his cold dead hands. Borrowing.
Did you get a good rest, Torta? You ready to go?
I'm always ready to fight.
Alright, well.
Alright.
Let's do this then.
Alright. So do you guys head back over to the awning portal to kind of meet up with the Doom Raiders and get things in motion here?
Yes.
Cool. Alright. So you all head out onto the town, make your way down to the awning portal, and head inside. Durnan always happy to see you all here again. Kind of looks up as you come in. It's it's the morning, but there's still plenty of people around. Again, kind of a tourist location. But he sees you, he nods, and he kind of motions towards Yagra Stonefist, who's sitting at the bar here, who you've talked to before. She's the kind of half-orc lady affiliated with the Doom Raiders. Originally helped you punch a troll back into the hole way back 38 episodes ago. But she sees you come in, kind of looks in your direction, kind of has a slight smile on her face, stands up, kind of chugs the last half of her tankard, and says, "Well, we ready to get down to this then?"
Yes. Yes, I think so.
All right, follow me up to Davil's, and we'll figure out how we want to coordinate this. And so she heads back up to Davil Starsong's room and kind of beckons you to follow her up that way.
I'll follow her.
Okay. All right. So you all head upstairs to Davil's room that he's got. Yagra knocks and then is let in, and you all follow behind. And on the other side, you see Davil and his compatriots. All of them seem to be pretty well equipped, ready to go. So, Davil's sitting over in his chair. He seems to be kind of oiling up his daggers that he has. Istrid is kind of polishing off her large war hammer. And they all seem to be, a couple of them seem to be kind of stuffing things into their adventuring packs, kind of getting ready to go. And, Davil kind of looks up as you guys come into the room and says, "Well, are we ready to go bust out your friend and end this Monsoon trouble once and for all?" I'm certain that with all of us here, we may be enough of a force to get through.
Well, they insist on it, so let's get this over with.
All right. So, how are we wanting to get into the place? I know you'd mentioned that there was the door that seemed to potentially be some trouble. Were you able to procure that acid that you had mentioned last time?
Mick steps up. Oh yeah, I got some acid right here. And he almost drops it, and then he shows it to him. I almost dropped it. Don't worry about it, though.
Davil kind of hands this bottle over to his compatriot here, the gnomish compatriot, who he had previously introduced as Schemo, who kind of looks over this bottle and kind of nods approvingly and says, "Yes, this'll do." And as Schemo's kind of looking us over here, Davil kind of turns to the rest of you and says, "Well, given that you all just busted in there the other day, I think we can expect that they probably know that at least someone is coming. I mean, they took your friend. I mean, I doubt that they're unprepared for us. I think I forgot to mention when we were getting ready to go, you had actually gotten a note back at the inn about Jinku, which was, where was it at? I had this written down somewhere. Oh yeah, that's right. Here it was. Okay, so you guys had gotten a note at Troll Skull, kind of written in this pretty fanciful script that had said that you all have something that I want, and now I have something that you want. And your compatriot will not be harmed. I am not an unreasonable man. Let us meet and come to an arrangement.
I'll just say, he's kind of bold. He doesn't know our relationship. What if I'm the worst one of the bunch?
True. Everyone hates Jinku. Why, Jinku, you're dead. R.I.P. F's in chat. So yeah, so you did have that note. I don't know if that's something that you want to show to them at all. But I realized that I'd forgotten to mention that, and that was kind of towards the end of the last session. But that is something you have.
No, Boo's like the kid that got drug along to this. Like, he doesn't really care about giving Jinko.
All right. What about the rest of you? Does anyone care?
Tortoise always there to fight, so
Tortoise is
He's
happy to
just-
have big things to punch.
yeah, that's what he's waiting for. He's like walking back and forth, cracking his knuckles. Like, come on, somebody make up our mind.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, as Davil's kind of looking at you all, he kind of looks at, he sees Torta pacing around and the rest of you. He's like, so for this, this sanctum of his, how did you all get in there last time? If there's more of us, depending on how the route was, we might need to figure out how to go about it.
We explained the tower and showed him the ring.
Okay. So, Davil kind of takes a look over this ring of yours here. And he tosses it over to one of the other people in the room here. Tashlin, who's kind of a tall human female with a large battle axe. And, Davil kind of mentions, I believe we've seen something like this before, haven't we, Tashlin? And Tashlin kind of nods and says, yes, he... Was this ring... This ring was used for a teleporter circle, you said?
Yes.
Well, typically with these rings, you only really need one to get through the circle. And that one person can usually bring other people with them along through. They don't all need a ring. At least that's the way we've seen it go in the past. In other instances where we've dealt with wizards and teleportation circles. Do you have more than one of these?
We do. I think we had 3.
Yeah, I think you did.
2 or 3.
Yeah, you'd have a few. So Tashlin kind of tosses the ring back over to Davil. And Davil says, well, given that they are expecting you all, but not expecting the rest of us, we may want to take them somewhat by surprise with the full might of our group. So if you all go in first and try to get through this door that you say is at the entrance here, and go in, begin engaging with whatever is there that they most certainly have waiting for you, perhaps they will be overconfident, seeing that it is just you, and we can shortly thereafter burst in with the rest of us and take them by surprise. Do you have any way that we could stay in contact with each other?
Yeah, we have some stones. Make sure you don't leave us behind. I will get out, even if everyone else doesn't.
Hey, thanks for that follow there,
I'll
Haas.
make you pay if you leave us behind and don't come. I'll give her one of the sending stones.
Okay. Davil kind of nods solemnly at that and says, Certainly, friend. I don't intend to leave you hanging on this. Your friend, of course, is there, but, Monsoon is a target of ours that we've had for many years, and we don't intend to leave this enticing thread hanging. It seems that we can finally unravel this all. So, we will be there, do not worry.
We're ready to go now.
Wonderful.
Ready to go now.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Okay. So Davil, kind of rounds up the rest of his group here, and kind of has you to lead the way down to the towers. And so I assume you all just kind of head immediately over that direction, southeast part of town.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so you all, make your way down to the towers here. Upon reaching the exterior, you can see that, the shield, the barrier that you guys had busted, still seems to be down. No sort of obstructions that seem to be in the way. You're able to easily walk back in through the gate. And, as you all kind of tentatively poke your head in through the door of the main tower there to kind of go up and cross over. You still don't really see much activity. There's the bodies of the Zentrums that were in here the other day that still seem to be kind of strewn about the floor. It doesn't seem like there's really been any change out here to the tower. If anything, they, it seems like they might have hunkered down in this other location of theirs. Since it's more difficult to get to, but not much seems to have changed out here in the tower. Given it, it has only been like 8 or 10 hours since you guys were last here, so not a lot of time for them to clean up or anything, as it were. But you make it up to the teleportation room in the second tower, and you're all kind of gathered around the circle here. And you hand you have one of the rings, and you hand it off to Davil and his group. And Davil says, "Let us know through the stone when things get too hairy, or anytime really. We'll burst through on your call. Give us the word, and we will charge."
Go through.
All right. So you all step into the circle here with the rings that you have. Just reshare that just in case. Okay. GQ, you are not there. Okay. So you find yourself once again in this kind of other plane. The purple mist swirling outside the glass here, and the iron door in front of you leading to the south. The kind of wall nearby still seems to be kind of marked up from Torta banging on it the other day. But yeah. And all is quiet. You don't hear anything in particular. No sound from beyond the door. Anything like that.
Mix will step up and use the acid on the door. Well, I mean, he'll try and open it first. Then he'll use acid.
Okay. Alright. So, Mix heads up to the door and tries it, and is surprised to find that it is not locked. It just opens inwards.
We can throw it at the bad guys now.
Hey, there you go. Not too bad a plan there. Let me hold on. I gotta realize I didn't take that off. Oop. There we go. Okay. So beyond, you see that kind of initial large lobby room with the steel masts on the wall and kind of the etched in snake on the floor, which that seemed to set things off the last time that you walked through here. You kind of poked at that, and that rang off some alarm bells. But otherwise, aside from the kind of general scorch marks and things from the recent fight here, the room is empty.
I'm gonna go poke the cobra.
All right. All right, so you're just intent on just setting off this alarm on purpose.
I mean, they're waiting for us anyway, right? So let's get the battle started.
All right. So Torda, you run in, kind of step on the kind of the coin clasped in this serpent's mouth that's etched into the floor, and once again you kind of hear this kind of low, reverberating gong noise that kind of gets throughout the entire room, almost kind of vibrates your bones a little bit. There's something kind of ethereal about it. But it rings out throughout the complex. And, Tordy, you're kind of just there standing in the middle of the room, waiting for something to happen. What are the other three of you doing?
I'll tell the people through the stone what's going on and what we're doing. Probably not that close to Torda this time. I'm here.
Okay.
Nix is like standing right here, and he's drooling.
All right, Zara, what are you up to?
I'm honestly just kind of trailing behind by Mix. Just in case something happens. Being cautious.
Through the sending stone, you send the information off to Dabble, and you mentioned that the door was open, and all seems to be quiet, and Dabble kind of sends a message back through the stone to be wary. Wizards are not meant to be taken lightly. So after this alarm goes off here, you all kind of continue waiting in this room here, and nothing seems to come. There's the several doors off in different directions off of this room. Three to the east, a single door, and then a pair of double doors, and then one to the south and one to the west. They all remain shut.
Where the hell is she? I'll go try and throw this door open.
Okay. All right. So you open the door to the west here. Beyond, you see kind of a narrow hallway leading down. There is a doorway a little past halfway down the wall or down the hallway on the northern side, and there is another doorway at the very end of the hall. Both of them appear to be shut. It's a little cold in this hallway.
Guys, let's check down this way. Torta? Usually I'd tell Jinku to run ahead and take the hit here, but do you mind helping? I'll stick close with you this time.
I can just stealth my way through so they don't know I'm here. I mean, I did set off the alarm.
You did. They do kind of know you're here.
Let's do it. I'm just gonna be bold. Let's do it.
It's time to fuck shit up. Doom music starts playing.
I just imagine the death march playing.
Oh, there you go. All right. And Mick, Sarah, you guys coming on along behind up the hallway, or kind of staying back in this room, or what are you doing?
I'm staying back.
And follows.
Okay.
He follows and says, "Boo, wait up for me."
Zayara's thought process is, if shit goes sideways, one of us needs to get out alive.
All right. So are you looking at that northern door there, Torta?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, do you open the door?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you open this door, and you're immediately kind of hit with this incredibly frigid blast of air. Like it's almost like, you almost feel like you're stepping into like a blast freezer almost. Like it is cold in here. And let me get that uncovered so you can see what's going on. In the middle of the room here is an open sarcophagus that looks to be carved out of ice. And inside the sarcophagus looks to be kind of a humanoid figure, kind of made out of some sort of white substance. The northern part of the room, there's like a curved pane of glass, kind of going across the whole northern end. Most of the glass is kind of obscured by frost, and you can only just barely make out kind of the swirling purple mist beyond it, past the frost. And standing in front of this glass pane here is the kind of tall, robed man with the steel mask with the smiling visage.
That's the one, right? That was the cause of all the problems.
Well, that was the one that was invincible.
That was the one, what you said?
That was invincible.
Because he was hiding behind the...
Yeah, this is the big wizard guy. I need to lick his brain.
Why stop it licking when you could just eat it?
That would be gross.
Yeah, come on.
That is
Eating
gross.
is bad, apparently. Licking's okay, but eating it is where we draw the line.
Jeez,
You
Louise.
fucking monster!
Disgusting.
Can Boo see that guy from where he's at?
Oh yeah, like he's pretty tall. And like the sarcophagus is, maybe like 3, maybe 4 feet tall. But yeah, like you can see him behind there. And he's looking in all of your directions as you come in through the door, and you kind of hear this kind of low laugh start coming out of this steel mask. And everybody roll for initiative.
One thing before we
Okay.
like do that, I wanted to just point of clarification.
Sure.
Did we not discuss me taking a scroll and adding it to my spell book at the end of our last session?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Did you say what was on that, or just that you?
Yeah, it was counterspell. There was a reason I really wanted.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sure,
That's right.
okay.
That's right. Okay, yeah, you did. I do remember that.
Okay, I would have prepped that this morning then.
Okay, so you got counterspell. Sweet. All right. So yeah, everybody go ahead and roll initiative then here. Okay. And I think it was like, Boo, are you the one with your guys' sending stone?
He has it, yeah.
He has it. Okay.
Yeah, I usually hoard the magic items if I can.
Fair. Okay. All right. So since you have the sending stone, then if at any point you're planning to alert the rest of you guys or rest of your party with that, that's on you on your turn then. If you want to do that, that's just a free action.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm dumb, but I've got high intelligence, so I'll tell him like we found him in the room off to your right.
Okay.
You'll hear it, and then I will use my Boo is really thrown off guard here. I should probably just. What would he do? He would pull out his wand and he would use magic missile from the wand on Manshun.
Okay.
Because we all know Boo's a basic bitch.
All right. Nicely done. Dang. 4
I
and all.
technically would probably have needed to step into the room to do that. And
Okay.
So I probably would have stepped out of the way and like been over here when I did that. That'd be my turn.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay, and do... Okay, no, we're good. Okay. So, let's see. Looks like... A lot of things in here right now. Okay, Torta, looks like you're up next then. In the order.
Torta's winding up. He's gonna pop his arms.
Okay.
New helmet. Doesn't do anything, it just says dark vision.
Okay.
We're gonna go to town punching.
Alright, lay into him. Ooh, nice. Coming in with a crit among all that. Good stuff.
Last punch.
Nice. Not bad at all. Alright, Tortoise, you popped open the door, rushed in pretty much immediately there, laying into him with your kind of celestial arm business that you got going on. It's difficult to tell, like, on this guy, how much damage you've done, like how he's looking. But you feel pretty confident you've given him a good thrashing there with that. Mix out in the hall. What do you got Mix doing, Boo?
I think I wasn't holding the button down. I was saying stuff, but he was just being silly. I'm trying to. I don't understand why he doesn't have Hex, but I guess he'll Eldritch Blast this deal.
Okay.
Actually, let's do Mind Spike, whatever that is. He's gonna Mind Spike this guy.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, looks like that's a Wisdom save, or at least that's what I see on the spell. So I'm gonna drop that on him and read what it does really quick.
Cool. Well, he failed the Wisdom save, so we'll definitely want to know what that does.
Okay, so he does 3d8 psychic damage here.
Sick.
Or hold on, why is it set to 4d8? So he must have.
Is it one of those ones that like changes as you get higher level, or?
No, it increases by a d6. So I'm gonna adjust it down and tell him why. Usually he has some reason why he's doing that, but
Yeah.
gonna,
All right.
Does he have heightened or empower spell?
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. I just don't know his
Hmm.
thing. He doesn't have any feats listed, so he's got some.
For a second, I thought you said he didn't have any feet listed, and I was like, wait, what?
No. No, I just don't know. So I'm just gonna roll these 3d8 really quick, for the damage, and then I'll put it back and just like text him and tell him what I did, so he knows. There. So it does that.
Okay.
Does that, and then failed. I always know his location for up to 1 hour, as long as we're on the same plane of existence.
Oh,
And
interesting.
he can't be invisible to me. To Mix.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, yeah, that brings us then to Zara, who had to step away for her second for a call that she got. So we'll have her hold her action for a moment here, till she gets back. Let's see. So Zara out there in the main room. We'll get to what she does in a moment here when she returns. But she begins to hear the sound of like a door opening and some footsteps coming from the east. Seems to be a couple pairs of footsteps. Nothing comes into view in the room, but it seems like something is on the way. Which brings us to the man in the steel mask. Okay, so Manchun here. You hear him kind of casting something here, and kind of before your eyes, Torta, you see him kind of duplicate into a couple different copies of himself. You see there are now like 4 copies of him standing in front of you, kind of in various locations. They're all still like pretty close together-ish here, but there's now 4 of him, and it's difficult to tell which one is the actual one. And let's see, he also... Let's see here. Wait, where is that? Why can't I find that in his list? Oh, okay, never mind. That is a reaction. Never mind. Okay, so he casts that. You see these multiple duplicates of himself show up here in the corner. Mix out in the hallway here. He hears what sounds like some movement coming from the room to the west. And the door at the end of the hall pops open. So you can see a little bit beyond it here. And he sees kind of a typical sized human male standing there, bow raised. There also appears to be another woman kind of behind him a little ways. But the door opens and he's standing there with a short bow pulled taut, and he shoots at Mix. And misses. Mix manages to kind of duck out of the way just as that whizzes past him down the hall, kind of clattering against the wall on the far end. The woman in here, she moves up kind of rapidly forward. Let me make sure she's visible too. Okay, there we go. Now you can see it. Okay, so she moves up. Oh crap, did she get stuck in the wall?
Gotta go find a door.
Yeah. There we go. See, it doesn't seem to have a clickable door icon there. She's like stuck on like the southern exterior wall in the room, which is weird. Anyways, so she dashes forward here with the kind of glint of like a rapier that she has. Kind of stabs at Mix here. Ooh, and hits. Alright, looks like Mix keeps his concentration. What is he?
Eldritch Blast.
Oh, Eldritch Blast. Oh, wait, no.
Mind Strike is concentration.
Oh, is it?
Maintain concentration so that he can't.
Oh, okay, I see. Good to know. So it keeps concentration. It does take a bit of damage there from this rapier. Oh, thank you, Elite. Hello. Thanks for coming. Alright, which brings us to... Alright, top of the next round here. The man standing in the room here, again, reloads his short bow here and tries to take another shot. Ooh. Ow. Manages to crit directly into Mix. Thankfully rolling pretty low on the crit damage there. Wow.
Yeah, lucky Mix.
Lucky Mix, indeed. And he keeps his concentration. Mix is determined to keep an eye on this motherfucker. Alright. Alright, let's see here. The woman again tries to stab at Mix with this rapier here. And misses. Mix kind of recovering from this shot. Manages to swerve out of the way just in time. me go. Hold on. Let me go see what Zaire is up to real quick. Oh, 1 second. I'll be right back.
Hey, did you hear about the wooden car with the wooden wheels? It wouldn't go.
Okay. So.
Yeah. Thanks for just moving on.
All right.
In his
So.
bedroom, Quickson rolled his eyes.
All right.
That
So.
bad joke.
To fill Zaire in what's gone down so far in the round here. Blessed opened the door. Got the man. Mask was still in there, standing there. Torta whooped some shit up. There's a couple people that opened the door to the hallway to the west and have been attacking Mix. You heard what sounds like some people, some doors opening and people coming from the east, Zaire. So I'm going to let you, since we already got through the first round, I'm going to let you go ahead and take your turn just right now.
Okay.
So I'm hearing stuff to the east.
You're hearing stuff to the east, yeah. And then you can also see that Mix is getting attacked by some people down the hallway, and then, you heard Torta pounded on, whatever's in that room to the north.
Okay.
I guess. I'm gonna step into the hallway and let them know that I'm hearing sounds coming from the eastern hallway.
Okay.
Do you need my help in here, or would you like me to stand by the eastern door?
Well, I mean, you can see that Mix has been getting like there's
I'm
two.
asking them,
Oh,
not asking you.
Yeah, Mix is like engaged in combat with this one person, and there's probably a sword sticking through him. Blood everywhere.
'Tis but a flesh wound. I mean, I know that. I was just having Zyara ask you guys in character.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't hear me. You might not have been gone, or I might not have hit the button. Mix. When he ran over this way, he said, "I need your help, Zyara. I'm scared." You're not sure if all of the liquid was like just blood on the ground, so
The blood looks a little watered down. Can't say why.
yep.
Okay, so with that, I'm gonna step forward again. And I am going to take out my spiritual weapon.
all right.
I think, yeah, he just, yeah. Okay. And I'm going to target the V dude.
Okay. All right. So your scythe pops out here, floats over towards Vivette.
You do cast, right? Or do I have to do attack?
Well, if the striking of the weapon on someone is the attack.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I always forget. Oh, I missed anyway. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, your scythe pops out, floats over towards Vivette here, and comes swiping down. But she manages to kind of deftly dodge out of the way of that. Meanwhile, off to the east, the double doors on the eastern end of the hallway here kind of burst open. And you see a halfling run in here. You also see, looks like another halfling behind them in the hallway as well. But they run up here into kind of the main room, kind of looking in your direction, Zyara. And you see them kind of bring something up to their mouth and shoot. And you see kind of a small, like something small, kind of whiz past your head here, kind of lodging, well, not lodging, but bouncing off the wall and clattering to the floor. It looks like a little dart. All right, which brings us to Monsoon up in here. So currently, I think he's got these other illusions out. There looks like there's 4 of them in here, and they all, let's see here. You see him kind of make some motions here, and he casts, like you see around all of the illusions, like they're suddenly kind of wreathed in this kind of flame over them. So it just kind of flickers around all of the illusions together here. Let's see, how do I apply this? Oh, okay, I guess just roll it whenever. Okay. So yeah, he seems to be kind of ensconced in these flames here in front of you toward all of these illusions. Which brings us to Boo. You've heard Mick's getting attacked out there. Zyra too, what are you doing? You call the backup.
Yeah, he did last time.
Oh shit, did you?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I
That was
didn't.
the first thing I said I did as a free action.
Oh
You
fuck.
told me I could.
Oh fuck. I did not hear that.
I made a joke. I said he's intelligent. He's stupid, but he's intelligent.
Oh. Well shit. Okay, hold on.
God
damn
damn
I
it.
didn't realize that was you actually doing it. Hold on.
Did Boog even laugh at that joke?
I laughed, yeah, but I thought he was just like making a joke. I didn't think he was actually doing it yet. Okay, hold on.
I need to stop with the bad dad jokes, I guess.
Ah, fuck. Okay, well, they should have all been doing stuff then. Okay. Well, quick run through of them all then, since I didn't realize they were here already. My bad. Yeah, you put out the call through the Sending Stone. That shit's going down. Dad will get your ass in here with everybody else. And they all come through the teleportation circle into the other room. I guess, Sarah, you would have seen this happen because you were still in the room when that would have technically happened as we retcon the timeline. So somebody's got the time stone here. We're just kind of fucking around with this. So the six of them pop through the portal here, weapons bristling, ready to fight. So Dabble, he ran in here. Istrid close behind. Ziraj, Schemo, Yagra, and Tashlin. They've all run in here. And let's see, just to get us up to where they would have been. So Yagra would have been the last one to go. Coming in here. Okay, and then that one just happened. Okay, Torda. Okay. So Torda, you've got several illusory copies of... Oh, that's right. Sorry, Boo. You haven't taken your turn yet. That's right.
No.
All right. Reverse the timeline once again. There we go. Back to Boo.
After having fucked up and restored the timeline, Boo will use his wand again, magic missile.
Okay. Blast him.
Doing terrible with that damage.
Oof. Dang. Alright, but it's still doing something at least. And I guess in that case, since it's magic missile, that doesn't... I don't think like a illusory, like magic missile is just kind of his magic missile and just works. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Illusions
That's
or
the thing
no,
about magic missile.
it just does it. Okay. That's what I thought.
So would that disavow the illusion though? Because I just watched a video.
Oh, you've got mirror image or something?
Yeah, he's got mirror image out right now. So it says, yeah, so the 3 illusory duplicates of yourself appear. The duplicates move with you and mimic your actions, shifting positions so you can't track which one is real. Every time a creature targets you with an attack, roll a d20 to determine whether it attacks the actual one or one of the duplicates, depending on how high they roll on the 20. If an attack hits the duplicate... Oh! Okay, it says if an attack hits a duplicate, the duplicate is destroyed.
When an attack doesn't hit the duplicate, the way Jeremy Crawford reads it is that because there's no attack roll, the magic missile just hits the caster of the mirror image, and the mirror image spell has no effect on magic missile. But then magic missile doesn't have an effect on that.
Okay.
But that does bring the point of Torta's question: is does that break the illusion for Torta? Because Torta's right next to something getting blasted with magic missile.
Let's see. So if does magic missile cast on mirror image show which one is the real one? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what some people say. So the way I'm understanding it is that your magic missile would hit no matter what, because it's magic missile and that's just the way it goes. But with mirror image, all of the copies are like constantly moving around and switching positions. So even if your magic missile hit one, keeping track of which one is the, because it doesn't dispel the illusions. The illusions are still there. Since it doesn't dispel those illusions, they would still be moving around after being hit, so you can't really tell which one was the one that got hit. So there's still that. So I think, you know, for Torta, even though he's standing right there, you know, actual Monsoon got hit and then, you know, continued cycling through the illusions. So you're not really sure which one it was that one anymore. It's still, they're all still there. They've all still got this kind of, you know, fire shield on them right now. Yeah. That's the way I understand it, at least, if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Okay, okay. Cool. So with that, then we're at Tortum. So you've got these floating in front of you here. So if you're going to attack him with your strikes, so the way that this says it works, so you roll a d20 to determine which one it strikes. Now, given the number of attacks that Torta has, and I'm curious what your thoughts would be on this quick, would we roll that d20 every single attack, or would we roll it once and all 5 of those attacks go to whichever one the roll targeted?
I think each attack is a separate attack.
Each attack is a separate attack. Okay, that makes sense to me. Okay.
I mean, I think that's how it probably, depending upon how it reads, but the way it rolls,
okay,
maybe only if he rolled 1d20 and then hit 5 times, you know?
True. Okay.
That's not what he's doing.
That makes sense that it would be a separate roll each attack. Okay, so before, if you're gonna do your, like, are you doing just like your 5 punches again, Torta? I assume.
I'm looking into something.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think it would have any effect. I was gonna try to use my ring to defeat these damn images, but it doesn't say anything about illusory magic.
Yeah, I don't think that would really affect them at all, the ring. That just kind of makes you harder to see.
I know it, if nothing can teleport inside of it with the way Private Sanctum is, and it can't be spoken to through magical means. I was looking for a loophole there. Oh yeah, we're gonna punch him 5 times.
Okay, so the way we're gonna do this then, roll just a raw d20 5 times then, and that will let us know which one of the duplicates each one's gonna hit, and then we'll roll the hits, so I can keep track of which one's which. Okay, so 14, 9, 11, 2, 5. Okay, pretty good spread. Okay, let's see here. So okay, so it sounds like 3 of the attacks, the 14, the 9, and the 11, strike duplicates. And the 2 and the 5 strike the actual one. And let me just, since there's 3 copies here. Well, here I can just divvy it up. So 6 is that. So if we do 6 to 10 is the first duplicate, 10 to 15 is the second duplicate, 15 to 20. So okay, so with that, your first 3 attacks hit all 3 duplicates. As you hit the third one, you hit the first one, you hit the second one, and they get dispelled by an attack. Oh shit, we gotta roll if the attacks actually hit. Okay. Complicated. Okay, so Torta, go ahead and roll your first 3 attacks. Let's see if those actually hit then. Because these first 3 are at all 3 of the different duplicates. Let's see if you actually destroy all 3 duplicates. So roll those 3 first, and then we'll do the last 2. Whew. Maths. Okay.
So
One duplicate struck. Okay. What was the what, Boom?
so he rolled 5 times. How many dupes is there?
There are 3. There's Monsoon and 3 copies. So there's 4 things total there. 3 of them are copies.
I got you. My
Oh,
5
the
hits
5
is what
were
I
for
rolled.
each of his attacks.
Yeah, so he's doing
Sorry.
5 punches. The first 3, with the way they rolled, are hitting copies. The last 2
No,
are
I
hitting
get what
actual.
you got it. You know, I'm sorry.
That's fine. You're good. You're good. Okay, so
I
first
was
one hits.
thinking it too. So you said that was a hit?
Yep, that one is a hit. With the duplicates, the damage doesn't matter too much for the duplicate ones, because if the hit strikes, they're gone. So 1 duplicate down. Roll the second one. Okay, that one strikes. 2 duplicates down. There's just Monsoon and 1 last duplicate. Let's see if we get the last duplicate. Sweet. Okay, so Torta took out all 3 duplicates. Nice. And so your last 2 strikes are on the remaining one, which is the actual one. So go ahead and roll those 2. Nice. Nice. Okay, let me just fix that first damage that got rolled there. Okay, cool. So that was that. So with these strikes that are going on, these, as you're striking at these, Monsoon and his duplicates here, like he had these flames that were kind of ensconced around him when you were striking, and you feel them kind of burning, your hands as you're striking into these, deleting these duplicates from existence and pounding into this guy. So you take from this flame shield that he's got on him. Let me, what that would be.
Would the astral hand still take damage?
That's a
Takes 2
good.
attacks
That's a good point. I don't think the astral hands would. So with your astral hands, like how many of those are your hands, or how many of those are your actual hands that are attacks?
First 2 attacks are my physical hands. The last 3 are the arms.
Okay, so 2 of them then would trigger the shield damage, since the astral arms are just kind of astral and exist. That makes sense to me that they would be okay with that. Okay, so then this triggers twice. So 7 and 14. Okay, so apply 21 to yourself, Torta. Flame damage from your two actual hand strikes against this fire shield. And then I think we got it all sorted for your turn there. Unless there's something else you're doing.
There actually is.
Okay.
Twitter's gonna smile with that bonus action and kind of slide the ring on. So
Okay.
now he's blurred.
Okay.
Because he's outside that 5-foot bubble.
Cool. All right. Which brings us to Zai, Ara. You are in the hallway here. People in front of you to the west going after Mix. You got shot at from a halfling in the room behind you. But you also know that the rest of your party... Oh, look, Baz is here. Cool. Okay, let me get Baz's character to him. We're glad you're alive and the hurricane did not kill you.
Yet.
Yes. God. Let's see. Clear owner.
Here for daily dose of reality.
Okay, there you go. Should have that. Okay, that's what I figured. It was something with your... It was either your work or a hurricane. One of those two. Alright, so let me get you the map here. Alright, let me know if you can't see the map, or if you can't get your character.
I can't get my character.
Okay, let me just make sure that cleared again here. Let's see, characters, mix, clear owner. Okay, that should be available.
I'll give it a second.
Okay.
We have plenty of time. You're on Zyara. I can see the turn sheet. I have 2 people.
Okay. Yeah, let me know if that still doesn't show up. If all else fails, try relogging, see if it repulls it or something. I don't know.
I know you gotta close it and reopen it to get it to show up if it's not there initially.
Got it.
Cool. All right. And let me know if you need me to reshare the map once you get back in. Okay. So, Zara, what are you doing?
I'm probably still gonna attack the dude in front of Mix.
Okay.
Just because I probably don't want him to die, I would assume.
That's nice of you.
So I'm just gonna use my spiritual weapon again.
Okay. Smackaroony. That hits. Go ahead and roll that damage on your spiritual weapon.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to attack again.
Sweet.
And that misses.
Oof. Oh, darn. Well, you got in one hit at least on Vivette here. Alright, so this other halfling in the room, or coming up the hallway through the east, rushes into this other big room, sees this whole cadre of other party members that you guys have brought along that have bust in through the door. Kind of has a little bit of a look of shock on his face. But then kind of gets a kind of sinister grin, and he kind of says to his other halfling companion, "More blood for the slaughter, then." And he... Let's see here. He rushes forward and attacks at Yagra Stonefist here. a couple of strikes. Hitting once. Completely whiffing the second one, though. And the first one does... Let's see here. Alright, so the first one hits, does a little bit of damage. And Yagra... Let's see, let me have Yagra roll a save here. Where is your sheet, Yagra? Okay, Constitution save. Okay, and she gets knocked prone. Oh wait, no, sorry, that was not Constitution, Dexterity. My bad. Let's try that again. See if she gets knocked prone. Dexterity. Okay, she does still get knocked prone. Okay, so Yagra gets knocked over backwards onto her ass there by Mookie. Which brings us to Mix. Were you able to get back in, get your character?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, let me reshare the map for you.
I got the map.
Got the map. Okay.
Somebody...
Yeah, let me fill you in on what's been going on. Okay, so, you guys met up with the Doom Raiders, decided to go raid the place. Ran in here. It was strangely quiet. You actually still have that acid. The door was unlocked, which surprised you all. So you do still have this strong acid that you can use for something else later on for fun if you want. And you busted up through this hallway here. The man with the steel mask is in that room to the north with Torda and Boo. And there's these two humans, this female with daggers right in front of you that's been attacking at you, and this guy with a bow that's been shooting at you. Boo cast a mind spike onto Monsoon, the guy with the mask, so you currently have your concentration up on a mind spike on him. But otherwise, that's where we're at. You got someone right in front of you there. Do what you gotta do.
Okay, so I did use a spell slot. That's all I needed to know.
Okay. Yeah, that was the only spell slot so far. Otherwise, it was just like Eldritch Blast and some stuff.
Okay, so this dude in front of me, Vivette.
Yeah, Vivette. She's been stabbing at you with some with like a rapier.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the Mind Spike. I believe that is on my turn. I can roll a 2d6 for a bonus action.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Is that correct?
Let me pull that up. Actually, I haven't actually really looked into that spell. Let's see. Mind Spike. Where is that? Set on level 2. Reaching the mind. Okay. Yeah. All right. So it doesn't sound like it's. I mean, I guess you could cast it again and change her to be the target for the mind spike now. Currently, it's on Monsoon. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to cast that again on her and roll the damage for it and all that stuff on her instead, again, you certainly can. I think that would just move the concentration connection of you knowing where they exist at all times to her. If I'm reading that right. And it would be like the 3D8?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3D8 psychic.
Doesn't switch. So yeah, I'll go ahead and roll that. And
okay.
Continue to sit here and take damage.
Okay. All right. All right. And otherwise, you said you're just staying at the end of the hall there.
As a bonus action, I'm going to use my healing light.
Okay.
Something probably. I'm gonna use 3 of my dice.
Okay.
What the hell were they? I think they're die 6. Yeah.
That sounds right, yeah.
I'm gonna use 3 of my die 6 to heal myself.
Cool. All right. Nice, pretty good. Go ahead and apply that.
And hold on, there's one other thing I think I can do.
Okay.
No, I used my bonus action for the die. Never mind.
Okay.
That's it.
Cool. All right. So that brings us back around to the top with Ziraj, one of your compatriots out here. So he kind of braces himself in the doorway here and pulls out this unstraps this massive longbow from his back, points it at one of the halflings here, at Mookie, the one that was going after Yagra here. Pulls back and hits. This arrow flies into this halfling, dealing a whopping 16 damage from him. Monsoon here in the little cold room here. He summons. What was that? Why did I roll that? That was not. Didn't need to do that.
Mind spike.
Oh, that's the mind spike. Okay. Let's see.
On a success, the mind spike goes off, I think.
Okay. All right. So you hear him muttering some things under his breath here, and this massive ethereal hand that you've seen before appears on the eastern side of this room, on the other side of this sarcophagus, in the middle here. Kind of blue, somewhat shimmery looking thing. And that is his turn. Yagra, currently prone on the ground. She uses her action to pick herself up and kind of braces herself again for more. Tashlin here with her gigantic battle axe rushes forward and attacks twice at Mookie. Missing once, but then catching him on the backswing. Being another 12 damage to him. He's not looking too great. The big hand here. Ooh, a lot of stuff to keep track of. Let's see. Big hand. Where is that here? Okay. The big hand, it floats over towards you, Boo, and attempts to grab you. Do a strength saving throw for me, Boo. Okay. It rolled a 15 on that. So it does manage to grab a hold of you here. And you take 6 damage as this hand tries to like crush you after it's grabbed you here. Istrid, out here in the main corridor here. She kind of raises her hands to the sky with her hammer and casts Guiding Bolt on to Javia, which unfortunately misses. Boo! Currently grabbed by Big Hand. And I believe it looks like you can... looks like you can, like, try to do, like, the strength again to, like, get out of that, if you want.
Strength check to get out of that?
Yeah, if you want to try to struggle against it and pop yourself out of there. Mm-hmm.
Was that take an action, I assume?
I believe so. It doesn't specifically say, but I feel like with grapple stuff,
Yeah,
getting out of a grapple takes an action.
Yeah, Boo will struggle against that.
Okay. He struggles. Alright, let me roll for the hand. Okay, that does not get you out. But you still can, like, if there's anything that you can cast, like, speaking-wise, I guess you could probably still do that.
Like a spell?
Maybe.
I don't have any, like...
You don't have any bonus stuff? Okay. Okay, figured I'd check. Alright. Okay. So, that brings us then to Mookie out here. Kind of wiping, the blood from his mouth. Continues kind of grinning. And attacks again, or attacks twice now at Tashlin. Come on. There we go. Hits once. Misses once. Dealing 11 damage. And with his strike, with his unarmed strike, he strikes her hands in such a way that she drops her axe to the ground. The vet here in the hallway strikes at Mix again with a rapier. Completely whiffs it there. Looks like these strikes from the spiritual weapon are working good. Mix, you're up. Dodging out of the way of that rapier.
Mix is gonna look at Zyara and beg her to back up at least 5 more feet for his next round. And then he is going to Eldritch Blast the vet in front of him.
Okay.
Oh wait, he still has the Mind Spike.
Okay.
He can move that to whoever he wants to, so he's gonna move that onto the vet and make her roll the save.
Okay. All right, she fails that save. Nice. Okay, go ahead and roll that up then.
So he's going to go ahead and go invisible to her, and then roll the damage.
Nice, good bit of damage there with 15. Sweet. Anything else? I think you said you mentioned to like Zayara to like back up, right, or something.
Yeah, Zara can back up, but she
Okay,
doesn't
you just called
actually-
out to her. Okay, cool.
I didn't realize I still had that up, so until I lose it, yeah, I'm gonna keep gassing it on people.
Yeah, you haven't broken concentration, I guess, so that works. All right, this other man in the room back here, he. Let's see here. All right, so you hear him cast. Oops, it's not who's supposed to be selected. All right, so you kind of hear him call out to Vivette here. And you see Yvette's, looks to be kind of a little bit bolstered by his cry. You hear him, for Manchun, for the Black Network. And, this seems to kind of bolster Yvette's spirits a little bit. Davil out in the other room, sees his compatriots here engaged with these halflings, runs over to the door, kind of sees you all down the hallway here, and calls out to the rest. They're down here! And he kind of steps into this hallway here, and he casts Crown of Madness onto Vivette, which she fails. So she is now charmed by Davil, and we'll get to that on her turn. Torta. Your hands got a little toasty last time you're punching that guy, but the duplicates are all gone. You got rid of the illusions. It's just Manchun and also this big hand that Boo is currently grabbed by.
We're gonna move in and punch Manchun.
Okay. Ooh, a crit. Nice. Oh, 2 crits. Shit. Nice.
All right.
Very
A little bit
nice.
of torment there.
Nicely done there. Okay, and with those strikes from like the 2 with your real hands, let's see. You take another 5 damage back from this fire shield he has up, from those 2 strikes with your normal hands. But otherwise, you laid into him pretty good there. All right, anything else besides your punchies?
No, that's all I got.
Cool. All right. Javier, quick knife here. She steps up after Davil here. And tries doing a couple strikes on him. Missing once, hitting once. Davil kind of dancing out of the way of those, doing a little damage to him. Zayara. Rix had called out to you last time about moving back a little bit. What are you doing?
So I move back another 5 feet.
Cool.
I'm going to change my target to Javia.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my guiding bolt.
Okay. Blast him. Oof. Oh, that misses, unfortunately.
I guess I'll use my bonus to attack with spiritual weapon.
Okay. You moved it over to smack at Javia then? Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that one hits. Go ahead and roll that one up. Sweet. Alright. Which brings us to Schemo Weirdbottle, the gnomish member of the Doom Raiders. He runs into the room here around Ziraj and casts. Let's see, how big of an area of this? Okay, so he runs in and casts a magic missile on Javia Quick Knife here. One and two. Three. Last one not doing so hot on the damage, but the other two were alright. Zip out, hitting into her. Vivette is currently charmed by Dabble. And with this crown of madness, like Mix, you kind of see there's this kind of ethereal crown of thorns glowing red that seems to have appeared around her head. And she kind of turns around and, you know, kind of a strange snarl lunges at her compatriot here.
Do I get a second opportunity there?
I would say yes. You would. Go ahead and take one.
Okay.
Oof. Dang. So I guess with that attack, like, you're kind of surprised to see her turn away from you, and don't manage to catch her in time as she lunges towards her companion here, unsheathing a pair of daggers from her sides here and attacking multiple times at her companion. Once and twice, hitting both times. Alright. Doing a bit of damage into him. You know, Agorn here kind of yelps in surprise at this, and he tries to kind of push Vivette off of him onto the ground. Let me just have him do, let's do a strength. Let's see here. And her. Ooh, okay. So he tries to, like, push her off of him and, like, to the ground, but she seems to be kind of infused with this mad ferocity from this crown that Dabble has put on her, and he doesn't manage to get her off of him here. Which brings us to Dabble again. He turns around, sees Javia coming after him here. And let's see here. And he casts Vicious Mockery onto her. Ooh, what she manages to save against that unfortunately does not take mix. Vet's currently going after her companion here in front of him. Zara's moved backwards.
Going to go ahead and do the bonus Mind Spike against Manchun,
Okay.
which I was never allowed to move off of her. Sorry.
That's alright. Okay, looks like he's... I think that's a half... Is that half damage if on a success? Yeah, half. Okay. Cool. Alright.
And I'm going to step up to the vet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to include the vet and Agorn.
Okay.
But Manchun, I don't have to keep within line of sight to continue to do that.
No, it doesn't sound like it, since it seems like when that's up, you can kind of like know where they exist as long as they're on the same plane of existence. It doesn't seem like that's like a line of sight necessary type thing to me.
Okay, so yeah, I did that correctly. I untargeted her.
Okay.
The vet and Agorn are about to have a bad day.
Alright. Fire it up.
I'm going to Thunder Step on both of these assholes.
Nice. Alright. Ooh, and that fails the save. That's a lot of dice. Nice. 24 damage. Alright. And let's see, where do you step to?
I'm going to step into the middle of the room back here.
Okay.
Behind everybody and just smack them.
Cool. All right. So all of you kind of back here in these hallways are like kind of deafened for a moment from this explosion of thunder. As Mix cast this, Zai and Dowell especially kind of clap their hands to their ears. And Mix disappears, reappearing back in the main room, kind of leaving Vivette and Agorn pretty heavily damaged there that Zaire and Dowell can see. Ziraj. He kind of steps around into the room here. Once again loads up his oversized long bow. And hits at Mookie. Dealing 10 damage. Mookie is not looking so hot. Tashlin as well. She picks up her... See, I think picking up a dropped weapon, that takes an action, doesn't it? Or is that a... Let's see if it does. Okay, that does not... Okay, it doesn't say it doesn't use an action. That's just something she has to do to get it. Since I got knocked out of her hands by Mookie, and she strikes at him. Hitting once. Hitting twice. And he goes down in a pool of blood. Alright. Big ghost hand still holding on to Boo. It tries again to crush you, Boo. Does that have, does that have to roll to an attack since you're in it? I don't think so. Let me see. No, it looks like it just does it since you're grappled by it. Alright, so give yourself another 6 damage there, Boo, as you feel this, ethereal hand kind of crushing into you. All right, Javia, quick knife here, kind of lets out a yell, seeing Mookie go down, and strikes wildly at Davil here. Missing. Hitting. Doing a small bit of damage here. And tries to knock Davil to the ground, but he holds his ground. Torta.
Time to start punching.
All right. All right, seeing a lot of hits, seeing a lot of hits. Ooh. Ooh, nice. All right, Torta lays into this. So as you're like raining blows on this guy, that last one connects, and you're surprised to see that instead of just kind of like falling over like a like a body would when it dies, it kind of disintegrates into this kind of strange slime pool ooze on the ground, like almost instantly, instead of leaving a corpse, which you find very odd. And the gigantic hand that he had summoned disappears as well, dropping Boo, a couple of feet to the ground, kind of unceremoniously there. All right.
Oh, wait. I've heard the fighting out in the hallway, I would assume.
Yeah, oh yeah, you've heard the fight. I mean, you've heard Mix, blast everyone's eardrums out. So.
I'm just gonna use an action to move out into the hallway, and as I run by, Boo, I'm like, "You're welcome, saved your life again."
All right. All right. So if you're heading down to the hallway there, you see Zyara and Davil there. You see the other two of Monshin's people in the hall in the room to the west, both looking pretty beat up. Which brings us to Zyara. Torta runs out in front of you here. Got Javi to the east. These other two kind of on top of each other on the other end.
Okay. I think I'm going to keep attacking Javia.
Okay.
I'll use my spiritual weapon.
There we go. Okay, so where we left off, we were on Zara's turn before she stepped away here. So, looks like she was still going after Javi. A quick knife here with the spiritual weapon out. So we'll go ahead and strike for the action and the bonus action with the big old scythe. Missing once. Hitting once. Ooh, nice. Max damage on that hit at least. That's cool. Boo. You are no longer grabbed by a big hand. And, you know, you saw this masked man kind of disintegrate into goo. The steel mask actually is still sitting over there on top of the kind of pile of goo. But otherwise, he is gone.
Can you share the map?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I forgot we had to restart. My bad.
I'm just so excited that I gotta finally say that as a smug player when the DM forgot to share the map.
Well, there you
I
go.
will move over and snatch the mask,
Cool.
and then I can move, you know, back to doorway,
Okay.
and then I'll just shoot a fireball into that room in the back where the two people are.
All right. Good old standby. Enemies in enclosed room, why not, right?
Basically, yeah.
Prime fireball material. Where they-
Aw.
Oh, they managed to save, but we'll see if that still does it.
Oh, that's garbage damage, dude. What the fuck?
Ah, well, it looks like it at least took out Vivette. So your fireball blasts into this room. Like, you see that there's like a number of like chairs and like a table that are in there. Those kind of go up in flames, as do these two. Vivette kind of crumples to the ground, screaming, and then the screaming stops. Agorn is still up, looks quite severely damaged. He is not looking good at all, barely hanging on.
You really fucked up their interior design, though.
Oh yeah, I know, right? We're gonna have to bring in some renovators. It's gonna cost a lot. All right, anything else?
No.
All right.
Sure.
Schemo. All right, so Schemo, the gnome, he lets off a fire bolt at Javia. Here, oh, wrong person selected. There we go. That hits. Nice, almost dealing max damage to Javia there with this little burst of fire. Istrid. Let's see, where is she? There she is. I guess I should probably delete Mookie because he's dead. Hold on. Where is he in the turn order? Mookie. Gone. Vet. Gone. Okay. Alright, so she comes charging at Javia. Crap, I gotta find her again. With this great hammer of hers, striking twice. There we go. Hitting once. Missing once. But the one hit is enough. She comes smashing sideways with this great hammer, almost nearly just taking Javia's head off with it, knocking her to the side of the room out of the doorway, kind of splattering Davil a bit, and she is gone. All right. Which brings us to Yagra, who's seeing that everybody in here is gone. kind of runs over to this side door to the east and yanks it open to try to go find what is in here. Jinku, you exist, which is good.
Ooh, yeah.
So they have you, and we'll just uncover this. Oops. So they kind of unceremoniously stuffed you in this like kind of side storage room right here. Can you see where you're at there?
Oh, hold on, I gotta make the map bigger. I minimize it. Yep, I can see me.
Okay, cool. So as you've been in here, kind of, moping around, rationing your peanuts, doing what you do, you've been able to hear some of the commotion going on outside, especially, Mix firing off a thunderstep. And, most recently a fireball just a moment ago, from Boo. There seems to be a commotion. There's 2 doors to this little storage room that you're locked in. There's a door to the east and a door to the west. Most of the sound you've been hearing and like this smashing and the screaming and the violence seems to be coming from the west. Do you try to do anything? You don't seem to have any of your weapons and things in here, of course. It's just you, your wonderful self. Do you try to do anything from where you're
I'm gonna
at?
feel a door. See if it's hot. You don't want to go through a door if there's fire on the other side.
Yeah, no one don't want to walk into a fireball. Fair. Hey guys! Ah! So you feel the door. Check the doorknob. The typical things you like to do. You learned all in fire safety in Loxodon Elementary School, and it is not hot. Feels like a regular old door. It's just locked.
Cool. Well, then I'm gonna try to fuck up this regular old door.
All right. I guess try doing a strength save. I don't think you have like an unarmed strike set up right now. So I guess do like a strength or something. All right. So you kind of try to come smashing into this door. It doesn't give way, but it certainly makes a lot of noise. Mix, you're standing in that larger central room, as well as the Doom Raiders, and all of you that are in that room at least, hear this bang to the east of Jinku colliding with this door. You're not really sure what to make of it, because just the sound, but you hear this bang from off that direction. All right, Boo. 1 target remains. He seems to be barely holding himself together there.
Boo used Toll the Dead on
Fitting. Ooh, and he fails that save. Perfect. Well, that does it. He only had 1 hit point left. So you ring your little bell, and that ends it for Agorn, this human here, and he collapses into kind of the smoldering wreckage of this room.
Then I'll just move out into the other room, past my compatriots there.
All right. So currently now we're out of combat.
I want to move towards where I heard the bang.
Sure. All right. So Mix, you head over to the east here. Let me uncover more of this here. So this hallway kind of extends. There's another pair of double doors to the east. There's another small door to the north, and a small door to the south. As you kind of get close to this southern door again, you hear another kind of bang thud as something large seems to bash against it on the other side.
Can I try to blast the door open with my Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, you certainly can. All right.
Would that do anything?
That seems to... It doesn't fully take the door off, but it seems to, like, damage bits of it enough that you can, like, see a little bit through it. Like, you know, Jinku, you're kind of still standing on the other side about to, you know, try another bang. And, you know, some little bits of the door come flying off in your direction as this Eldritch Blast hits it. And you see the familiar outfit of kind of Mix slightly through the holes in the door on the other side, Jinku.
Mix! Where's the metal man?
Metal Man? What are you talking about?
The metal man that put me in here. He's metal face.
I think he might be dead.
Dead. There's no way. There's no way it's gonna be that easy.
Back up. I'm going to use my thunderclap until the door explodes.
And I'll move back as far as I possibly can.
Okay. Alright.
And I'm going to yell to everybody to cover your ears. I have to rescue our partner.
Okay.
And do you want me to roll the con save for thunderclap or just start rolling the damage?
I'm gonna don't even bother rolling. I'm gonna say if you're gonna do thunderclap in this corner, that's gonna blast all these doors. So fair enough. All right, so you cast this again. This kind of explosive force echoes throughout. The doors around you, to the south, to the east, and to the west, all kind of blast off their hinges. So Jinko, the door to the west is now open. Mix is standing there. Mix, you can see that these double doors kind of open into another room to the east with a large kind of, it's like marble, like a black marble table in there, and there's another kind of hallway going off to the north that way. Over on the western end, as everybody seems to be kind of winding down from this, Davil kind of heads up towards, where Boo and Torta and them were, and kind of looks into this cold room, steps in, kind of looks around, and like you see him kind of stomp his feet momentarily and curse under his breath and says, "Damn it all! It was another of these damned copies! But perhaps there is still more here." And he kind of begins poking around the room here. And kind of calls for his compatriots and the other Doom Raiders all kind of come heading up to that other room there, while you guys are like reuniting with Jinku down there.
I see the round table and I'll be like, "Hey, we can be like King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Come, let's sit." And he's gonna go to the table like an idiot. Well, the sociopath that he is.
Oh, it is pretty comfortable. Let's see.
Jinku will follow him, just to try to keep an eye on him, but she's kind of cautious because she doesn't have any there.
So yeah, so this room with the let me cover this the rest of the way. Here, I'll just kind of uncover this whole chunk here. Here we go. Okay, so this room with the table. So this area is kind of split into two levels. There's like some more alabaster steps that climb a few feet to a raised platform on the northern edge. There's 3 banners hanging on the back of like that upper platform area that all have the symbol of the black-winged snake biting a coin. So the lower part where you're at is this black marble table surrounded by these high-backed wooden chairs that are quite comfortable. And it stands out quite a bit, especially given like most of the rest of this place is this fine like white polished alabaster. This like black marble is like very at contrast with like the rest of this here. On the table, you see what looks to be like a interrupted game of cards. It seems like the two halflings that were in here when they came out were in the middle of amusing themselves when they were alerted to your presence.
Any sign of my weapons in here?
In here, no. So you see there's the kind of hallway-ish area to the west. There's also a doorway in the northeast corner of like the raised bit that heads off to the east. It's like right here. While those two are in there with the black marble table, are like Boo or any of the others of you checking into stuff with the Doom Raider? Is that in this like ice cold room over here? Or the room to the west or the room to the south at all?
No, but I'm gonna take a moment to meditate and heal myself.
Okay. Go ahead and do that.
Does the mask fit?
It's a little awkward on your features, but it fits well enough. It's not like particularly comfortable, but maybe with some hammering in certain spots where it's pinching things, you could.
It's good enough. My existence isn't all that comfortable. Put it on backwards. Regular mask on the front, other mask behind me.
There you go. There you go. All right. So, Davil kind of walks back out of this kind of frigid room to the north, and sees you, Boo and Torda here, and says, "Well, it seems that we are partway done at least, but the man himself." Perhaps is still at large in this structure. We've seen this before. He likes to create simulacra himself. The sarcophagus in there is part of the ritual that he uses to summon these copies of sorts. And we've gone ahead and destroyed that portion of it, so he should have to reconstruct it if he wishes to summon another one on us. But with any luck, perhaps as we explore this space, we'll find the man himself. It looks like you were able to recover your friend at least. Happy to have another hand in the battles ahead. And the rest of the Doom Raiders kind of all agree. They still all have their weapons at the ready, ready to continue delving where you may.
I'll go check out this room where I fireballed.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I lost my token or something.
Here, let me try.
I may have dropped it underneath Davil.
I think, yeah, it looks like you did.
That hair, like Boo, it may have awoken something in me.
Alright, let me grab you there. Okay, how about now?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so, you step into this pretty torched room. Looking around in here, like you see it's got, these few comfortable chairs, a small table, From what remains of the chairs, it looks like they were, kind of nice cushioned chairs. There were some bookshelves in here that looked to be pretty toasted as well. This seems to have been some sort of like small like reading room of some sort. There are some stairs that ascend to the south. They kind of go up and then bend around a corner and seem to go up somewhere else into some higher portion of the tower.
So there's stairs here.
Mm-hmm.
Torta, I found some stairs. You want? Hey everybody, should we maybe go up these stairs and see if we can, kill some bastards?
I'm ready.
Yep. Jinku Mix, were you guys checking out that northeast door at all, seeing if you can find Jinku's stuff?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Alright, so you bust open that northeastern door here, and you find what looks to be kind of a small quarters of sorts. There's a few wooden beds in here. And you also see, kind of thrown unceremoniously in the corner, your stuff. So you're able to retrieve your weapons and things that you had with you before. Each of the beds here has a chest at the foot of it. There's 3 that are kind of human-sized beds, and 2 of them look to be sized, kind of halfling-sized beds.
Jinky's not interested in anything they might have. She's just glad to have her stuff back.
Okay, yep. And there was a staircase also going up out the south. Or sorry, descends. That was a descending staircase to the south out of that room as well, that you take note of as you grab your stuff.
Mix, there's some stairs in here. Should we explore them, or should we go up with everybody else?
Let me take a look. Mix will go in here. Hey, did you check these chests?
No, I just want to get moving.
Mix will go ahead and check the chests.
Okay.
Because he has evil inclinations and wants to find them.
All right. So you go checking through the chests here. We'll start with the 3 on the larger kind of human-sized beds. The first chest has... Let me get the party sheet up here. Okay. The first chest seems to have a pretty nice gold amulet inset with like a red crystal. Seems pretty nice. Might be worth a little something. Drop that in the sheet. The second chest has 3 potions of healing. The third chest has a bundle of what look to be love letters from somebody named Tamsin. And in one of the envelopes for the letters is a pretty elegant looking platinum necklace, which contains a kind of sketched portrait of a beautiful woman inside, kind of a locket inside of it. The 2 halfling chests, one of them contains a golden comb shaped like a dragon with tiny rubies for eyes, which also looks like it might be worth a little something. And the other halfling chest looks to have a small doll in the shape of a halfling. And you notice that it has kind of a tear on like the back side of it. And stuffed inside the doll is a pouch that contains 5 kind of nicely polished pearls.
Mix will put all of that into his bag and not tell anybody.
Okay.
So you said a gold amulet, platinum necklace.
Yeah, there's the gold amulet, platinum necklace, golden comb, 5 pearls, and then 3 potions of healing. Were the stuff for in those.
Oh, the 3 potions of healing he'll give out. But, there's the pearls.
Okay. All right. Yep, and there are the stairs that descend below, but it seems like the rest of your party's off elsewhere if you wanted to go back to them or risk poking down that way.
No, I'll call out, hey, I have 3 potions of healing and stairs that go downwards.
All right. So you head back out, and like the rest of the group's out here in this kind of main room, along with the rest of the Doom Raiders. And you've got Boo and Torter mentioned that there's stairs their way. You've got stairs your way. There's still another door to the south you guys haven't looked in yet. Davil kind of looks all of you over here and says, "Well, given what we may be up against, it may be best that we not split up. We have much force with us, but who knows what Manchun has hidden up his sleeves in his own space here. Perhaps up first? Wizards always seem to like being in high places, I guess."
Okay, and Jinku, not like having been put in a closet, will push past and go running down the hall.
Boo, Torta, you see Jinku kind of come bounding into the toasted room that you guys are currently in.
Mix is gonna walk up behind Zyara and be like, Zyara, here. And he's gonna give her the platinum necklace.
Okay.
I found this. I thought you might like it. And he's gonna keep walking.
Okay.
How do I transfer that to her?
I think it'll be easier for me to do that. Let's see, I can just grab it from your inventory and drop it into her inventory. Let's see. Platinum necklace. Where the heck? Oh, there it is. Boink. Okay, cool. That is in her inventory now. Okay, so let's see. So you all kind of head this way. I'm not going to bother moving all the Doom Raider tokens at the moment until it's necessary. But you all head up this kind of winding staircase. And this leads to... the room this leads to is a little bit off to the bottom left of this map. It's like a separate little room thing there. So here appears to be a library. There's a number of these fine alabaster stone shelves lining every wall and jutting out into the center of the room. All of them packed with books that are various subjects of interest to wizards. Pretty nice collection. There's some kind of rare looking volumes among here as well. from what you can see. Some of them worth probably quite a bit, if from your assumption, Boo.
Mix likes books, so can we pack all these up and drag them back to the entrance point?
Sure. So yeah, you could certainly pack up the books that you managed to like see out of the collection that are actually like worth their weight in terms of taking. There are about 10 of them that look to be particularly rare volumes of interest. And each, like, you estimate that like each of the rare books, the 10 of them, they're worth like 50 GP each. So pretty nice chunk of change there.
Mix will look at Boo and be like, "Are these all you want to take, or do you want other things out of here?"
Like in terms of the rest of the books that are here, they do seem like they would all be worth something. You probably wouldn't be able to carry the entire library of books with you right now. But if you did manage to come back and route this entire library, it would probably be worth quite a hefty chunk of cash.
I'll look at Boo and be like, "Do you want to do that later? Take all this, what we can't use, we sell?"
Yes.
Wait, doesn't somebody have a bag of holding?
I think someone does, yeah.
I think it's Boo, and Mix will just cram the 10 books into Boo's bag
I don't
that are
have
worth
very
like
gold.
50 gold. And how much more can we fit in here? I want all these books.
I mean, I love a bag of holding, but I don't have a bag of holding.
Oh, okay, I guess you know.
Yeah, no. I'm looking through my thing. I've got my backpack, a fuckload of books, some pocket sand. You know, that's about it. No bag of holding that I see. I thought one of us would have one, but I don't know that we have any of us
Does
have found
Diara
one.
have one?
Let me
I
check.
feel like she'd be the only one who would have one if any of us do, but I don't even think she does.
Let me check.
I think she just has a normal bag.
I don't see one.
I think we just talk about needing one a lot.
Mix will suggest that everybody takes time to clear out the entire library and bring it back to the entrance.
Okay. With the help of the the Doom Raiders, like they're more than happy to assist in fucking up Monchu in any way that they can. So with their assistance and not too much trouble, you take a little time and manage to kind of pile these all up back in the kind of main room near the teleportation circle with your whole group here. Quick work.
Well, that's none. There's only one way to go, down. Who's with me?
Well, there's the stairways down there. There's a doorway to the south in the main room that you guys haven't looked at it yet either.
Let's go south first.
Okay. Oh. Okay. So You head down. You head through this door, and this kind of immediately turns to some stairs that kind of head upwards. Do you head up the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to cover that next room up there. So you head up the stairs here, and this room appears to be, looks to be some sort of small laboratory. There's nobody currently here, but the table has like some beakers, some bottles, some test tubes on the marble table. There's kind of a large basin of water on like the western end as well. Looks like maybe someone was either kind of doing some kind of alchemical research or just trying to do some potion making here, that sort of thing. And there are some more stairs to the south of this room that go up yet again to another level. There you go. I think you should be able to see that now. Continuing on further up those stairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna prod Mix ahead of me though.
Okay.
Mix doesn't care. He'll go.
All right. So you head up these stairs once more, and you find yourself in like a pretty empty room. No further stairs going upwards from there. There is a circle with runes inscribed in it, carved into the alabaster floor of the room. It doesn't seem to be the same sort of thing as the teleportation circle you guys came through. This appears to be something different. You're not quite sure at a glance, but you could try looking into it, see if you can find out. If you do, roll like an Arcana or something.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. So I'll roll an Arcana check on it.
Okay.
Can I roll as well?
Here, fire away. Cool. So Mix, Boo, you both kind of take a look over the circle here. And you detect... You can kind of faintly detect like an aura of like abjuration type magic related to this circle. It seems to be some sort of circle used for like binding things that have been summoned, that sort of thing, like you've heard of being done before. It's like you're not quite sure what he might have been using this for here, but at least from your studies, these kind of circles, if people are summoning stuff from other like extraplanar creatures of various types, this would be a kind of circle that they'd be like summoned into to like hold them, keep them from escaping, that kind of thing. But there's nothing currently being held here, just the circle.
Mix will look at Boo and be like, stairs off the other chambers, then?
Step inside this circle for a second.
Mix knows Boo will never kill him, so he steps in there.
Okay.
Can I turn it on and see if I can stick him, like get him stuck in a circle? It's like, can I try and activate the magic in this? I'm just trying to I'm not trying to kill him. So if I think it's dangerous and would hurt him, I wouldn't do it. But I am very curious in Boo Boo wants to learn and understand the workings of this circle. He's got a backpack full of books. I'm carrying 10 books. He's gonna pull a book out and be drawing the circle and
Okay. I mean, like, you have Mick standing there, and, like, you aren't really sure how best to activate this. I mean, like you said, you, like, copy the circle down. So you kind of have the outline of this for, later use. Um, but at the moment, you aren't really quite sure how one goes about activate it. You don't know. You don't know like the spell or the words that you need to speak to do that.
Disappointment is immeasurable.
Mix will look at Boo and be like, maybe it's in the books that we drug to the main entrance. Got, it's down in your notes, and we'll look at it later. And he's gonna walk off towards the bedrooms.
Okay. All right. So you all head back towards those other bedrooms here, and there's these stairs that descend down. You all head down to the next floor below.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you descend a floor, and across from the stairs here is a large bed with purple sheets, and let's see what else is in here. There is a table on the western side with legs carved to resemble winged serpents, and displayed on the table is another one of these metal masks with kind of an intimidating, almost kind of tyrannical looking visage carved into it. And sitting on the edge of the bed as you come around down the stairs is a very handsome young male human in these elegant robes, long black hair, kind of cascades around his kind of almost angelic looking face. And let me get a picture here. And like he kind of turns a little bit as you guys come down the stairs, and you see him kind of attaching this kind of finely articulated metal appendage to one of his, or to his left arm here. And he says, "Ah, I was wondering when you all would arrive." And he... Oop, hold on. Where did I put this? Okay. So he says he says that he wondered when you all would arrive, and he points his kind of gauntleted hand in the direction of Dabble. Oop. Crap, where did I set Dabble? is not what I wanted to do. Fuck.
Can,
A lot of stuff.
can we restrain this guy and go him to the girls?
So like as you like, this is like as you guys are coming around the stairs here, like, you know, within like a matter of moments, he, you know, clips this, you know, snaps this arm onto himself, raises his finger, and this powerful blast of like
If
green
it's got a
energy.
verbal component, I would, and I can see him, I would attempt to counterspell whatever he's doing.
Okay, cool.
Not to be a dick, I know. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. That is perfectly expected that you would use that. How does counterspell work?
So, okay, this is the first time I've used it. But
Yeah, me too. I haven't really seen this one before.
Level 3 or lower, his spell will fail. If it's level 4 or higher, I have to make an ability check using my spellcasting ability, and the DC is equal to 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay. So in this case, you would need to roll that check then. And you said it was like something plus your skill modifier?
It's my spellcasting ability, so that's going to be intelligence.
Okay.
Do I add proficiency to that, or?
I'll say yeah. That makes sense to me.
Oof, it's not like it's going to help though much. It's 14?
14 does not stop it.
Okay.
So, you know, this energy like arcs out of this gauntlet of his towards Dabble, and you let off this counter spell to try to block it, and it seems to like almost deflect it a little bit, but like the energy continues like kind of coursing around this counter spell shield of sorts, striking into Dabble. And where is that at? There it is. Ooh, Dabble fails that save, taking 63 necrotic damage, and Dabble falls to the ground instantly from this. Like Boo, you know, you're a wizard, and like you can tell that this is far above anything that, like, whatever that was is far above anything you understand at this point. Like, that was some potent shit.
Is Mick still in the room when this goes down?
Yeah, this is here. Like, I have them over here just because that's where I had all the tokens, but yeah. And we're gonna like call it right after that at this point, anyways. But yeah, like you're all kind of on like the stairs coming into this room. The stupid walls are fucking up people's movement here. But yeah, like you all, like, you're all pretty close together on these stairs coming into this room when this happens. So you do see Dabble fall over from this.
Mix will dive forward and grab his ankle and cast Spare the Dying.
Okay. All right. So with that, then, is there a roll with that, or does that's just one of those ones that just happens, right?
Yeah, it just happens. He's not dying.
Okay.
He has 0 hit points, but he's conscious.
Okay. Yeah, it's like you managed to catch him by the ankles, and like you know at least because like you cast this, that he's at least alive, just unconscious. And I think with that we'll call that right there, as we finally get to Munchun himself. All right. Well, let me see if there's anybody I can raid right now that I know. Not really, it looks like. Alright. Well, we will call that there and get to what goes on with Monsoon, the man himself. Next time. Let me just stop the stream here.